Hi children, welcome back to your science class. Today we are going to discuss movements of insects. Movement of insects. We know different insects move in different way. Can you say some of the movements of insects? Yes, some insects can fly. Some insects can fly. Then some insects can crawl. So flying, crawling. Crawling is the another movement of insects. Then some insects can walk. Some insects can walk. Some insects can hop or jump in the garden. Hopping or jumping. Hopping or jumping is the another movement of insects. Hopping or jumping. So these are, and then some insects can swim also. So these are the some movements of insects. Flying, crawling, walking, hopping or jumping and swimming. These are the some movements of insects. So we know some of the insects like mosquitoes and butterflies. They have light body. It helps them to fly. So in mosquitoes and butterflies and moths all have light body. So this helps these insects to fly. Okay. Then second one, it is crawling. Which is the insects can crawl? Yes, ants. Then we know caterpillar are crawling because it has short legs to crawl. Okay. The next movement is walk. We know cockroach. Cockroach can walk fast because it has two. It has thin and long. It has long and thin legs. Cockroaches has long and thin legs. It helps them to walk very fast. Okay. Then another insects like cricket and grasshopper. They can hop in the garden. Which body parts help them to hop or jump in the garden? Yes, this grasshopper and cricket have two legs. Two back legs are longer than their other legs. It helps them to hop or jump in the garden. So how do the grasshopper and cricket hop or jump in the garden? Cricket or grasshopper has two back legs that are longer than their other legs. It helps them to hop or jump in the garden. So these are the movements of insects. Flying, crawling, walking, hopping or jumping and swing. These are the some movements of insects. Next we have to discuss about earthworms. Have you ever seen earthworms, children? Yes, earthworms are the tube-shaped animals. They found inside the soil. So how is earthworms? It is tube-shaped body. It has tube-shaped body. Okay, earthworms have tube-shaped body. It found inside the soil. They are living inside the soil. They are making hole inside the soil and living inside the soil. Then what food these earthworms eat? Yes, earthworms eat grass and leaves. Grass, leaves and small insect in the soil. Small insects in the soil. That is the food of earthworms. Earthworms eat grass, leaves and small insects in the soil. Okay, so we understood how is the body of earthworms. Earthworms have tube-shaped body and it live inside the soil. It make hole inside the soil and living inside it. Okay, and they eat grass, leaves and insects found in the soil. Then we know it is different from insects. How is the body of earthworms different from the body of insects? We studied insects' body is divided into three parts, right? Yes, head, thorax and abdomen. But the earthworm's body is not divided into head, thorax and abdomen. And we know another difference we can find that earthworms do not have legs. But we know insects have 6 legs. So that is the difference between the body of earthworms and insects. Okay. Then we know sometimes these earthworms come out of the soil when it rains. Can you say why it is coming out of the soil when it rains, children? Yes, when it rains, their holes filled with water. So they cannot breathe inside the soil. So these earthworms come out of the soil. Okay. When it rains, their holes filled with water, so they cannot breathe inside the soil, so they come out of the soil. That is why the earthworms are coming out of the soil when it rains. Okay, so then we know earthworms are called friend of farmer. Why earthworms are called friend of farmer? Because we know earthworms are living inside the soil, we told. They are making hole and living inside the soil. Through this hole, air will pass inside the soil. So we know air and water can reach inside the soil through this hole. So the root of the plant absorb this air and water. So it helps the plant to grow. That is why it is known as friend of farmer. Then one more reason we can say why this earthworms are called friend of farmer. Why, children? Yes, the earthworms eat food and they excrete their waste in the soil. So that also good for the growth of crops. So it is called friend of farmer. Okay. So that much only we have to discuss about earthworms. So earthworms are tube-shaped animals found inside the soil. They are living inside the soil and they are making hole and living inside the soil. They eat grass, leaves and some insects found in the soil. Then sometime when it rain, it come out of the soil because their holes will be filled with water and they cannot breathe inside the soil. So the earthworms come out of the soil when it rain. Okay, and now that much only we have to study in this block. So everybody take your workbook, page number 32, insect movement. Okay, so you can see one table here. So first column we can see the picture of insects. Second column we have to write which body parts does this insect use to move. Third column we have to write what is the movement of this insect called. And fourth column, how do you know? Okay, how do you know this movement? Okay, which insect is this? Yes, it is mosquito. Mosquitoes use wings. They use wings to move. We know these insects are flying. So what is the movement of this insect is called? Yes, it is flying. Then next column, how do you know? Yes, it has light body. It helps them to fly. It has light body. Okay, it has light body. So it uses wings. Movement is called flying and the reason is it has light body. Okay. Then second one, it is caterpillar. Caterpillar uses its legs. Its legs. What is the movement is called? Yes, crawling. Crawling is the movement. Crawling. Why it is called crawling? What helps them to crawl? It has short legs. It has short legs. Okay. Then it has short legs. Next picture it is grasshopper. Grasshopper, yes. Which body parts help them to move? Yes, legs. Legs help them to move. And it can also fly. Okay. Then which movement is called hopping. Hopping or jumping. Hopping or jumping. Then what helps them to hop or jump in the garden? Yes, this grasshopper or cricket has two legs that are longer than their other legs. It has two legs that are longer than their other legs. That are longer than their other legs. Okay. Then next one. Next insect it is cockroach. Cockroach. Which body parts help them to move? Yes, legs. And they can fly also. We can write wings also. Legs and wings. Okay. So we can write here the movement is called crawling. Crawling. Or flying also we can write. Okay. Flying also we can write. No problem. So how cockroach can crawl? Yes, it has long and thin legs. It has long and thin legs. Long and thin legs. We can say that walking also we can write. Okay. So cockroach has legs for crawling and it has long and thin legs. Okay. Then last question. One more question is there. Sia found an insect in her balcony that run away very fast. What kind of legs does it have? Yes, it have long and thin legs. That is why it runs very fast. So how can we write? These insects have long and thin legs. Long and thin legs. These insects have long and thin legs that help them to run fast. Okay, this much only you have to do the workbook. Now we have to discuss two practice questions in our textbook. Practice question number 3. Why do earthworms come out of the soil when it rains? When it rains, we told its holes will be filled with water, so they cannot breathe inside the soil, so they come out of the soil. The next question it is, write two differences between the body of an earthworm and body of cockroach. Cockroach body is divided into head, thorax and abdomen, but earthworm body is not divided into head, thorax and abdomen. Then we can say one more difference. Cockroach has 6 legs, but earthworms do not have legs. These are some differences we can write. Okay, so this much only enough for today's class. So we will meet in the next class.